majestic, flowing in the wind. The Witcher 3 is coming very, very soon, and we'll finally get to find out all our answers to the most important questions, like will there be hats? And when does Geralt get his top off? I've compiled a list of the 7 things I'm most excited for, and that you should be excited for too. If you've never played The Witchers 1 and 2, and the thought of picking up a controller and wading into a several hundred-hour epic makes you want to cry a little bit, then don't worry. The Witcher 3 doesn't require an encyclopedic knowledge of Geralt's history. However, this video does contain spoilers of The Witchers 1 and 2, so if you want to go off and play them quickly, click on the spoiler button below and I'll wait for you. With an improved, streamlined and easier to understand tutorial, newcomers will be able to jump into the action much quicker. And while experts and seasoned Witcher lovers will appreciate some of the finer details and storylines, it won't be at the expense of the newbies. Physical rewards like the card game Gwent, a new Witcher board game, a cloth map and a graphic novel bridging the gap between the second and third games have all been announced. Gwent is also playable in the game with collectible cards scattered around the land, and CD Projekt Red have described it as having initial simplicity and ultimate depth, the kind of game beloved by both peasants and nobles alike. The exclusive Xbox One Collector's Edition has both the cloth map and 2 decks of Gwent cards, so you can get mastering the game early. I mentioned the crazy big map back in the 9 games we're excited about video, and I'm going to mention it again. It's 35 times the size of the Witcher 2 map, 3.5 times bigger than Skyrim's map, and 1.5 times the size of GTA 5's Los Santos. And that's just the map we've seen so far, because the 16 free DLC packages promise to add even more land to explore. Currently, it takes 40 minutes on horseback to go from top to bottom, with 25 small towns, each about the size of The Witcher 2's Flotsam, and 2 large cities along the way. Even better, it's a completely seamless open world, which means you can go anywhere you can see. None of it is just a background painting. Geralt, everything the light touches is your kingdom. Geralt has never exactly shied away from getting naked and steamy with pretty much anything with a pulse, and The Witcher 3 will be no different. Well, maybe a little different, because all the romantic options will be part of the storyline, so you can't just bed strange women you find in the shops. As the developers said, it's not a collect 'em all thing anymore, like the collectible romance cards from The Witcher 1. In fact, this time, the opening cinematic features a rather gruesome battle, and Geralt's ex-squeeze Yennefer, so we can definitely expect some kind of EastEnders-esque love triangle, I think. Even more intriguingly, the developers have hinted at the possibility of romancing monsters, if you like your women like you like your greater rot fiends. If you tire of watching Geralt's exceptionally toned butt wiggling around in front of you, then you're in luck. A second playable character, Ciri, is available in The Witcher 3. You first learn her story in The Witcher 1. She was a princess before everyone she loved died in a horrible storm, and she was adopted by a witcher and a sorceress, that's Geralt and Yennefer, and developed her crazy strong powers. But then, of course, Geralt and Yennefer die in the massacre at Rivia, as told at the start of The Witcher 2, and Ciri takes their bodies. Now, Geralt's back, Yennefer's in a flashback, and Ciri's here too. Could the family be getting back together? It's also time to find out what the Wild Hunt really is. The Witcher, based on a series of Polish fantasy novels, is deeply entrenched in Slavic folklore. The Wild Hunt is an ancient folk myth that tells of a spectral group of hunters on horseback whose appearance heralds death and destruction. Geralt, Yennefer and Ciri have all come into contact with the king of the Wild Hunt, a scary dude that we saw a lot of in the first Witcher game, and now he's after Ciri. Bad news? Yeah, probably. You should probably book off a couple of weeks holiday, or at the very least put all your pets, partners and children up for adoption, because you're going to need a lot of time to put into this game. 50 hours of storyline is bolstered by a further 50 hours of side questery, and that's not including all the time you'll just want to be standing around gazing in awe at the lovely, graphically stunning trees and mountains and NPC faces. The game's more realistic AI means having to be careful what you do with your sword in public places, lest you be accosted by the local guards. Dynamic weather, reactive environments and day-night cycles will affect certain monsters' stats and behaviour, and the free beard and hairstyle DLC will allow for my favourite feature, real-time beard growth, oh yeah! So that's what I'm excited about. Have I pretty much just told you I'm excited about almost everything in the game? Yes. Deal with it. Like and subscribe to see more trailer breakdowns, list features, and Let's Plays. Check out my Witcher 2 Let's Play, where I defeat a big tentacle beast, and let me know in the comments what you're most excited about. Real-time pig growth. Bye!